Last week, Halloween Costumes released their 2026 animatronic lineup, and today I figured it'd be a good idea to make it as a tier list. So let's just get into it. First up, we have the Dark Knight Joker coming in at $300. S tier. I've been wanting a Joker animatronic for so long. I love Batman, I love the DC universe. It would be cool if we got Marvel characters in the future, Halloween costumes, just saying. We can work out a deal. If you don't remember, we were supposed to get a Joker based off the Batman Arkham Asylum game 10 years ago. The prototype was out there and everything, but unfortunately it was cancelled. But now we have a proper Joker from The Dark Knight. I like it a lot. The sculpt is amazing, the details, chef's kiss. And we even have Heath Ledger's voice for the prop. That is amazing. I'm so glad they got the rights to his voice.
How about a magic trick?
You look nervous. Is it the scars?
Let's put a smile on that face.
And I like his animation. I wish it would have been a jump scare where he opened his jacket with the grenades. But yeah, that's where I'm placing him. Next up is Golem from Lord of the Rings. He retails for $250. I'm not a big Lord of the Rings fan. I've only seen the first movie when I was really young. I know it's a long movie. I'm gonna put this at a B tier. I think his detail is nice. I love the animation that they gave him. And I don't know if I didn't see this right when people were at Halloween Costumes HQ. He doesn't have a base. He doesn't have a base. He just actually stands with his own legs and arm, which is pretty. You'll have to find like a flat space or a flat spot for this guy. I mean, which I wish he did have a base, but you know what? Maybe for realistic looks, that's why they didn't give him one. But yeah, B tier. Next is Poppy from Poppy Playtime, coming in at $350. He's gonna be in B tier as well. All he does is just move his head while he's making noises from the game. I'm not that big of a fan of Poppy Playtime. I've only played the first chapter and I have not touched the game since. But I think Poppy looks absolutely amazing. A lot of Poppy Playtime fans are gonna want this thing. It's clear this guy's gonna be popular, genuine competition against Freddy, which is good for me. I can't wait to see reviews of this guy and unboxing as well. I do want to see more details about him, so hopefully when he eventually ships out to those who pre-order, we can see more videos on him on that. Next up is Catnap. Honestly, he's been a B for me, but he's really been growing on me, so I'm gonna put him in A tier. Love the way he looks. He retails for $400. That is a lot, but he's also pretty big as well, coming in at 6.25 feet. But he moves his head at least, which I'm happy about that. And he also breathes out fog, and he has a red LED to make the fog look red at night. Personally, I think they really nailed this one. And with the Poppy Playtime animatronics, I hope that we can get more licenses for video games in the future. It would be really awesome if we can see Nemesis or Pyramid Head from both Resident Evil or Silent Hill. I would love to see what they can make with those. Next up is the Other Mother from Coraline, retailing for $350. I'm putting her in C tier. Don't get me wrong, her detail looks amazing, but the fact she only moves her head is such a disappointment to me. I get she's pretty tall, coming in at 7.25 feet, but I mean, come on. It probably would have been better if they chose the spider design, but it probably would have made that more expensive considering the stuff they could have done with her. But honestly, if you're a Coraline fan, this is for you. Yeah, just that's all I have to say. Next up, we have the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers, coming in at $350. I mean, I think he's alright. I've only seen the first Jeepers Creepers once, and that was it. And the stuff that happened with Victor Salva, I just can't support the franchise. And I refuse to just pick this one up in general. I know a lot of people have been wanting a Jeepers Creepers animatronic for so long, so there you go. I like that he's moving his wings and he whistles the theme, but again, I can't support this purchase. Next up, we have the Mayor coming in at $300. For his size, he's a little pricey. I know it says that he's 6 feet tall, but that's just because of the hat alone, but you know what? I'm glad we finally got a Mayor animatronic. I'm putting him in A tier as well. Might be some bias because I'm a huge Nightmare Before Christmas fan. I have Jack, Sally, Oogie Boogie. But for sure, I will be purchasing this guy eventually in the future. Probably not this year, but nonetheless, I am very happy. You can't go wrong with this. He just spins his head for his emotion. The phrases are alright. you can't really do much with the movie since he doesn't talk that much in the movie, but yeah, I love him a lot. Next up, we have Zero. Coming in at $130. He's a roaming prop, but if you don't know, Zero was supposed to come out around this time of the year. I'll put a year when he was supposed to come out. And since then, he's just been in limbo. But we're finally getting Zero. Personally, I probably will not be picking this up. I'm fine with the Hanging Zero I bought from Spirit Halloween to go with my Little Nightmare Before Christmas area. I wish he could have just had some barking noises with him. Even some generic barking noises would have been fine. But yeah, Zero, I'm putting him in B tier. Moving on to the Lord of the Rings Witch King animatronic, retailing for $350. I'm putting him in B tier. He looks freaking awesome. I will say that. Like I said, I don't remember much about the movie. Can't really go wrong with a night animatronic. He also comes in at 7.75 feet tall, which also explains a little bit of his pricing. Could be lower, but you know what? What do I know? Next up is the Dobby animatronic from Harry Potter, coming in at $250. Just like the Lord of the Rings, only seen the first movie. I am not a big fan of Harry Potter. I can't really say much about this guy, but he's pretty cute. A lot better than the techie static prop we got from Party City a couple years back. I think he came out pretty good, but yeah, I'll put him in. He's going in C tier. Next up, we have the 13.75 feet Lord of the Rings, the Balrog animatronic, coming in at $25,000. It's pretty clear this is more on the professional side. Us typical haunters definitely do not have the wallet to be able to afford this. I'd be surprised if somehow one person watching this video actually does have it. The detail though is amazing. I like the whip. It lights up as well. The wings are flapping also. Fluid mouth opening movement. Once again, this is more on the professional side. While I'm not that big of a fan of Lord of the Rings, I think this thing is freaking awesome. He's going in A tier. Next up, we have the 12-foot light-up Slender Man. Can't really say much about this guy. He's not really an animatronic. As I mentioned, his head just lights up. That's about it. We've gotten quote-unquote Slender Man animatronics in the past from companies, but they're not really... They weren't exactly Slender Man. They would just call it the Slender or Slim Man, and some of those would talk, which would piss me off because it's pretty clear they're trying to copy Slender Man. But as for who owns the rights for Slender Man, I have no idea. I don't even think anyone owns Slender Man. I could be wrong, but you know what? I think he's fine. B tier. That's about how I feel about him. Next up, we have the Game of Thrones Night King animatronic, coming in at $300. Haven't seen Game of Thrones at all. Don't plan to. Not a big fan of it. Not much to really say about this guy. He just raises an arm. I think C tier for this guy. Next up, we have the Batman animated series Joker and Harley Quinn. I'm mixing these two together because they're going in the same rank. Just B tier. The Joker retails for $250. He moves his head side to side while waving his Joker card. I don't know if that's Mark Hamill voicing or they got someone else similar to voice the animatronic.
Welcome to Gotham's greatest spectacle. I hold in my hand a symbol, the Joker card.
He looks pretty nice, don't get me wrong, but I still prefer the Dark Knight Joker. And for Harley Quinn, controversial, I think she's just fine. She retails for $300. Only thing I like about her is the gun gimmick that she has. We all know about those gag guns where you shoot it, a flag comes out that says bang, pow, or whatever. It's a pretty nice feature that she has. You'll likely see these two in comic shops or video game stores. That's all I could really say about them. Next up, we have the Goonies Sloth animatronic, coming in at $350. I'm gonna be real, I have never seen Goonies before. I know. It's more on the funny side than a Halloween decoration, but you know what? They want to take a risk at this. Good for them. I know there's probably some Goonie fans out there that are probably gonna buy this. I really like his animation. It's clear he has the mechanism from the Howling Werewolf from a couple years back. I don't know the context of this exact scene, so yeah, that's all I could really say about this. He is gonna go in B tier. Next up is the Otherworldly Eyeball Actormatronic. It comes in at $350. Pretty pricey for it just being an eyeball. It's creepy. Some people don't like people staring at them, I guess. I don't know where I'm going with this, so we're just gonna move on. I'm putting this at D tier. Next up is Zombo the Undead Elephant Animatronic, coming in at $350. I really like this one. The elephant details look absolutely awesome. I like the hand that the trunk of the elephant is holding as well. It's clear that it's a zombie animatronic, obviously. The background as well looks awesome. Most of these actor animatronics are mostly made for haunted houses. But yeah, I like this one. B tier. The Poltergeist Clown, coming in at $280. We were supposed to get this from Party City either in 2025, I think, before it was announced in 2024 that Party City would be going bankrupt and they had to scrap this one. Now, prototypes of this guy were actually being found out in the wild. I think Spooky Guy got a contact with his. Same with GM Hans. Those prototypes were 3D printed. Now, obviously, it's going to be a lot different than the final piece that you would be getting. 280, I think, is a lot. He's only 5 feet tall, but either way, it's a doll in the original movie. It's supposed to be small, but even then, it's not really accurate to the character based on the face. Like, I'll put a side-by-side comparison. I'm still happy that they're releasing this guy. I'm going to be waiting next year when I can use a coupon to pick this guy up. His animations also, though, he has a lot going on in his animations. So he's going to go in A tier. Next up is the 12-foot Ghostbusters Stave Puffman animatronic, coming in at $700. The Stave Puffman animatronic moves his head side to side. That's all it really does. Me personally, I still prefer the inflatables. They're about the same size as this one, and you can get it for a lot cheaper as well. Or for the same price of this guy, you can just get an even bigger inflatable that's bigger than him as well. But I like him. I think he's just going to go in C tier though. Edward Scissorhands, coming in at $350. The detail on him is awesome. It looks exactly like Johnny Depp from the movie. The costume, I believe, is from the costume that Halloween costumes themselves make. So it's pretty cool that they're using the costumes that they created for this animatronic because it looks spot on with the movie. And I'm so glad both arms have that cutting animation. While the animatronic goes side to side, it would have been awesome if they made it where it was going up and down with his arms. But yeah, I'm putting him in A tier. Ash from Evil Dead Army of Darkness, coming in at $350. Don't get me wrong, it's cool that we're getting Ash, but all he does is move his chainsaw arm up and down. It's cool that the arm is interchangeable, but that's all it really does. The detail on him is amazing, but even then, it just has chainsaw sounds. It doesn't even have Bruce Campbell's actual voice on the animatronic, which they probably couldn't get the licensing to, but $350, I think that's a little too much for me in my opinion, but I'm putting him at least in a B tier. Next is the Hatching Overmorph Alien animatronic, coming in at $350. I've only seen the first Alien movie a couple of times. It's been a long time since I last saw it. I have not seen the other movies. I know. I need to get into them. My friend's been trying to convince me to watch them, so eventually I will get around to it. No, but on a serious note though, I think it looks fine. It's just a simple jump scare to get stuff done. This would go really well with the Spirit Halloween Xenomorph animatronic if you have that. $350 I still think is a lot, but what can you do? I'm putting it in C tier. Speaking of Alien, I might as well move on to the Xenomorph Animatronic. The detail looks awesome on this cow. I like that we can actually see the skull on this one, where the Spirit Halloween one, you can barely see it. The background is pretty nice, like the alien is breaking in, trying to attack you. I think I'm gonna put it in C tier as well. Next up is the Pretty Woman Leatherface. It's a reskin of the old Bubba animatronic that we got a couple years back from Party City, but this one has the Pretty Woman style and the chainsaw smokes as well from its exhaust, which is absolutely awesome. It comes in at $350, but you know what? I think that's a fine price. It's way better than the Spirit Halloween one, I'll tell you that just goes side to side like the Jemmy one. They did also re-release the old Leatherface animatronic, so if you prefer that one because it's more iconic, there it is. I prefer that one because I like that version of Leatherface. I really wish though they could have made it where that Leatherface also had the chainsaw smoke effect as well, but yeah. This guy is still awesome nonetheless. A tier. Cousin It. It's just Cousin It, move side to side. D tier. We've gotten Cousin It before at Lowe's a couple years back with the Wednesday animatronic, but this one doesn't even have the actual Addams Family theme unlike the other one that did. Not quite sure how Techie got the license for the Addams Family theme a couple years ago, and then now they just didn't. But you know what? Who knows? Next up is the Princess Bride rat. It's just a rat. It only moves its head side to side. That's about it. I didn't even know this was a licensed animatronic until I saw that it was. F. Not the best. Now that we're on the originals, let's start off with the Gorging Georgie coming in at $350. The gimmick for this guy is he lifts his shirt showing a bunch of gumballs but also skulls in there because apparently he eats babies, which is pretty creepy. The concept is nice. I could see maybe Haunters doing some other stuff with the mechanics inside, maybe putting in like little brains or something. Obviously you can't put too much in there because the mechanic needs to be fluid when it's rolling, so you gotta be careful in what you put in there. He has potential, but I'm not really a big fan of it. D tier. Next up is the Laughing Track Jack the Sinister Smiling Clown coming in at $300. The gimmick is pretty nice and creepy. Like his mouth is stitched up, so he has to talk from that speaker that he's holding, which actually moves. That's crazy. But again, another clown prop. Don't get me wrong, it looks cool, but I would like to see in the future what they could do with that new feature and what they can create with it. I'll put him in B tier. Next up is the Soul Snatching Clown coming in at $300. I really like this guy. The balloon lights up showing that it's someone's soul. His also fingers light up indicate that he's stealing your soul in the process while he's talking. And I like how at first he's looking down, and then when you activate, he lifts up his head before he starts stealing your soul. I like this guy a lot. $300 I think is a lot, but he's also pretty tall, coming at 6.7 feet. I'm gonna put him in B tier as well. Next up is the Nana the Face Pinching Clown coming in at $250. Yeah, I don't like this one. The only thing I really like about it is how she has an actual human face that she's ripped off from pinching cheeks, and that's all I really like about her. I don't like the lines. I don't like the concept of it at all. I'm just gonna put her in F. I really don't like it. Next, we have the Doll Maker's Curse animatronic. I like this guy a lot. It's $300, might be pricey, but for what you're getting, you're not just getting someone creepy that's making the dolls. The doll itself jump scares. Me personally, I would probably pick it up for one reason. So if you don't know an Annabelle creation, the dad is a doll maker. The daughter is named Annabelle. Annabelle sadly gets ran over by a car and she passes away. So after she passes away, strange things starts happening. Spirits are manifesting from their pain, and they're tricking the parents to thinking that's Annabelle's spirit and inviting the parents to let the spirit control the doll. But it's not a spirit, it's a demon, and they realize that demon is now attached to Annabelle. So I could see myself making an undead version of the father with the doll being replaced with Annabelle. But yeah, I'm putting this one in A tier. I really like it a lot. Next is Tantrum Tina, the disturbing doll, coming in at $100. It's one of those cheap slop animatronics that's supposed to be affordable. I don't really like it that much. F tier. Next up is the Dr. Archibald Tinker Doom, the mad scientist animatronic, coming in at $250. We barely get mad scientist animatronics nowadays, so it's really nice to see another one like this one. I really like that the beakers light up. That's a pretty cool attention to detail. Not sure how I feel about the eyes, but the brain I do like itself. It's supposed to be creepy but not scary. $250, not that bad. He is 6 feet tall. Putting him in B tier. Next is Mungo or Munjo the Mutant Fly animatronic, coming in at $250. I think this is a lot better than Buzz. Buzz just flaps its wings while making insect noises, where this guy has a jump scare mechanic. It moves its head around with the wings that are flapping. Obviously the detail in the sculpt is not that crazy compared to Buzz, but you know what? I would still rather pick up this guy than Buzz at the end of the day. B tier. The Sinister Stag animatronic, coming in at $400. We're moving into the semi-Christmas tone of things now. It's supposed to be a reindeer. I really like the fog effect. We barely get animatronics nowadays. So the fact that this one's an undead deer, I really like it a lot. It goes with the animatronic that we'll talk about next. I know a lot of people will have high regards for this one, but I think this one's just a simple B tier. Moving on, we got Krampus coming in at $300. I like him. I think he's fine. I don't think he's that bad. I really like what he says as well, how he's the balance of Christmas. Without him, Christmas would be way too sweet, and that's why he needs to balance things out when it comes to Christmas. His detail is great. I love that he's sticking out his tongue. He has that demonic Christmas vibe. I really like this guy a lot. B tier. No, actually, you know what? A tier, actually. Next up is something that I've never seen a company do. This is the Blind Box Convict animatronic, coming in at $230. Now, it's a 1 in 6 chance of getting his burnt style as an animatronic. I like the concept. I don't like the animatronic. Not a big fan of it, honestly. I like the fact that it's a blind box animatronic. I don't want them to do too much of it, obviously, but it's a nice thing to try out this year. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, D tier. Next up, we have the monstrous Medusa animatronic, coming in at $300. I like this a lot. I like mythical stuff. I'm so glad that the snakes actually move her head. The mouth moves a little bit and she raises her arms side to side. This animatronic is awesome. I love it so much. $300 I still think is a lot. I'll be waiting to be able to use a coupon on this one for sure. But once I can use the coupon, I will be picking this up. Honestly, S tier. I like it that much. Next up, we have the zombie cheerleader, coming in at $230. This is more on the funny side more than the scary side. I know not a lot of people are a big fan of it, but honestly, I don't think it's that bad. Just C tier, can't really do much. It's just a zombie cheerleader. Moving on, we have the librarian ghost animatronic. She comes in at $200. Once again, she's fine. I like the concept. I like that the book actually gives off smoke. Her detail or the sculpt on her head could be better. We have gotten better ghost designs out there for that same price. It is cool that her rib cage lights up also along with the candle. Not a bad prop, but could be better. C tier. Next is the Sabrina fortune teller, coming in at $300. I love this one. We barely get any fortune teller animatronics anymore. I think the last major one I can remember was a Spirit Halloween 2013 one. So the fact that we're getting another fortune teller animatronic again has me hoping we could see more in the future, but I do like her a lot still. B tier. Next up is the wind up doll animatronic, coming in at $200. I think she's fine, gets the job done. She's not supposed to do much because she just winds up. My complaint is that the wind up key does not actually rotate though. Other than that, I like how when she's deactivated she goes down, but then when you activate her she lifts up and then turns her body side to side. That's a cool gimmick, but still not bad, but C tier. Next up is the gorgeous vintage pumpkin witch animatronic in collab with Witchy Woman. I like her a lot. Solid A. I know not a lot of people are a big fan of kitty animatronics. Me personally, I am also getting sick of those types of animatronics as well. But this one just takes me back, man. We all remember what nostalgia Halloween was like with the old candles, the old jack-o'-lanterns. I just get nostalgic vibes from this prop, but I could see myself buying this just as an indoor decoration for Halloween to give it that nostalgic vibe. So A tier. Next is another concept that they're trying out. It's the Halifax Hungry Photo Booth Reaper animatronic, coming in at $250. I think this is a cool idea. It's a start. There's some things to improve on, obviously. Like when you're sticking your head in there, you have to go down more in order for your head to fit through the rib cage. If they would have lifted it up a lot, if they would have lifted the rib cage a little more, it would have been great. The lines I think are pretty cheesy. I think it would have been fine if it wasn't an animatronic and just a static prop that you can take a photo from. I do want to see more of that in the future though. I like that Halloween Costumes is taking risk and trying some new stuff, see what people like and what they don't like. I really like it. We barely see companies taking risks like this anymore, so B tier. Next up is the Baroga Shadow Man animatronic. I was watching Pumpkin Pixel, and he mentioned that it's pretty clear that's supposed to be based on the Babadook. And yeah, I can see that they were going for that. For $300, I think it's a lot, but he's also 7 feet tall. He just goes side to side. But I could see myself picking this guy up just to turn it to the Crooked Man from the Conjuring universe. Just B tier also. Next up, we have the Potted Predator Plant animatronic for $250. If you have a garden, it makes sense that you pick this guy up. If you don't and you just have a flat grass patch with no plants barely around it, I don't really see this fitting well in a yard. If you can pull it off though, go for it. Personally though, I wouldn't pick it up. I like that it's a jump scare though. When it's covering its face, it looks like a plant, but then it just reveals itself. I think just B tier is fine. Moving on to the final animatronic is the Sasquatch Bigfoot animatronic, coming in at $350. A tier. I like this guy a lot. He's 7.7 feet tall, little pricey, but you know what? I'll gladly accept that price. We barely see Bigfoot animatronics nowadays, and this one just takes the cake for me, honestly. I really like it. The costume I really like, but I wish that the chest and the stomach piece were plastic and not just stitched onto the costume. But you know what? Everything for what it has, I really like it a lot. So that is Halloween Costumes Animatronic 2026 lineup. My apologies if this tier list was just all over the place. This is my first time recording a tier list video like this, so I'm pretty nervous and just want to get it right. But yeah, this is just my opinion, and if you want to do this tier list yourself, I actually created it. I'll link it in the description below if you want to do it yourself as well. Thank you guys for bearing with me, and have a good one.